my TikTok users. So on my previous TikTok, I talked about narcissist and narcissism. Just briefly, there's, countless information out there about that. And, but I want to talk for a minute on love bombing. So love bombing, this has happened to me quite a bit over the last 16 years off and on. So I, would get tired of it and the relationship, be becoming self-aware of what was going on. I wasn't getting what I wanted out of the relationship. It wasn't the type of relationship that I wanted to be in. Albeit that I very much cared and loved this person, within the depths of me. I would try to escape. I called it you probably heard it before, you fight or flight. And there would be times where I would flight. And, then it would be reversed on me. Like I was the narcissist. I was ghosting him. But the reality is I was trying to escape, this toxic, narcissistic abuse and relationship. And, not only for my sake, but for his sake too. And, the moment that I would pull away and, want to try to break up and move on in some fashion, I would be met with love bombing. I love you. I'll change. I'll make these changes, for you. I will make the changes that you're requesting of me. I don't want to live without you. I can't live without you. Things like that. And although all of that stuff is like pretty endearing, I don't know a person out there that wouldn't want to hear those things from their partner when things are going wrong in the relationship. And everything about you in your heart and your soul says, okay, I'm going to give it another go, and, you're hoping that things will change and that all those promises that were made to you while he or she is love bombing you to get you back, you hold out hope that that's going to come to fruition. And then it lasts for, in my case, it usually only lasts like 2 weeks. So I was back in the same cycle again. And, like I said, wasn't really getting what I truly needed and wanted out of that relationship. And, major things were lacking. He did a lot of wonderful things for me. So, I always say I give credit where credit's due. So, he did a lot of things for me. He would buy me things, just random, things and, do for me. And he would give me money for no reason. I can probably count on one hand in the last 16 years that I ever asked him for any financial help with anything. I think maybe 4 or 5 times. And he was definitely there for me, in many cases. But, when it came to the nuts and bolts of a relationship and the things that were free of charge, which are respect, trust, honesty, loyalty, things like that. I didn't get those things from him. And, those are the nuts and bolts. There was no commitment on his end. He kept moving the goalpost on me. So, when we first started our relationship, it would be, in the beginning, we were going to get married. He wanted me to have a child with him. And even 16 years later, he still would tease and talk about, let's make a baby. Let's have a baby. My tubes have been tied for years now. And, he would still fantasize about, having children. And so it was just really strange. And I wasn't sure if it was strange and he was living in his little fantasy bubble, or if it was just a means to try to hurt me. I could never figure it out. And I stopped trying a long time ago. So I would just be like, whatever, go with the flow. But, yeah, love bombing happened a lot. I can tell you that every time that we broke up and I would ghost him, block his number, all that stuff, and then unblock him, or the block, expired. This could be 30 days. It could be 2 weeks. It could be, sometimes it was just a day. If the love bombing did not work and I didn't come back to him and comply with the love bombing tactics, then he would go from that to like really shitty, nasty, mean text messages. Like, I've done this, and the guilt trips. He did a lot of guilt trips on me. I did this for you and I've done that for you, and, blah, blah, blah. But, never recognizing or acknowledging everything that I've done for him, and, been there for him, bought for him, just completely, I feel like I accelerated his life more than he's accelerated mine, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, again, the love bombing, been there, done that. And it'll get you. It'll get you. Because that's everything I wanted to hear and more. But it was a lot of false promises. And bad.